All right, welcome everyone to our last session for March, and we'll be moving into a change next week. So maybe the energy will also shift up for us. I keep getting this conflict energy. We're going to do it on three levels. One is conflict. I mean, we're always going to have some conflict or another. That's fine. That indicates that something's going on within us that needs to be seen, needs to be witnessed, so that that witnessing ends up in, oh, I've released it. It's gone. It doesn't mean you get rid of beliefs. It doesn't mean you put new beliefs. It just means that we see those beliefs. So when you get, this will just be a visual. When our beliefs, my beliefs, are pulling in my nervous system in one direction or the other, and I can't see the opposing belief, what starts to happen is the body is going to distort. So, really, and lead to metabolic malfunction, which can lead to dis-ease in the body. So we're working with those belief systems to help how we approach our bodies, how we approach what's wrong with us. So one of the examples I'll bring up is um, if I look at my body and I think, oh, maybe I could just get this part of my body to stretch out a little bit more than the other, but my mind is visualizing how I think it should be, then I try to, without necessarily being conscious of it, I'm conscious of it now, but when I'm doing it, I might not be conscious of it. And I start to stretch in a way that is maybe a little bit aggressive, that is filled with my distaste for the way that part of my body is operating. I'm not used to certain ways that my body operates. I used to sit in lotus position all the time, and now it's not possible. So I overstretched it yesterday, which pulled a lot of things out of whack in my body. But that's not the only reason I'm doing this. I see that it could be competence. It could be intellect that also has a problem. So we can think too much or believe too much that if you are not meeting a particular expectation, then the nervous system gets pulled and you begin to throw yourself off balance. You could think of the easiest examples, two big ones where there's war on the planet, huge conflicts. It would be nice if we could see what's going on. The minimum we can do, I've been saying this since I was a kid, and I've questioned it over and over and over again. If I heal myself, not if, sorry, when I heal myself, when I understand or see something I hadn't seen before, I noticed this is a little child, 6 years old. I noticed everything around me changes, including colors, including how I relate to different friends. So these experiences brought me to a place where I always thought, well, as long as I see it, don't need to do anything to it. I don't need to push it. I don't need to analyze it. I just need to see something I haven't seen. And when I do that, everything starts to shift and transform and change, including the outside world. Now, where have we heard this before? As above, so below. As below is above. As within is without. We hear it everywhere in so many traditions. So today, this is what we're focusing on. What is it within me? So if I believe that it's really, really bad to be negative and hateful, and I fight against it and fight against it and fight against, I am part of the problem. I am part of the problem. What I need to do is find where that hatred is in me, see it, and then it will be moot. It will have, oh, yeah, sure. I hate, what do I hate? I'm trying to think of a food I hate. That's not really my problem in the world. But let's say, oh, oysters. Hate oysters. Ugh. So, but that doesn't mean no one else can eat oysters. That does not mean I'm going to start an argument. I don't like them, but somebody else can. Now, if you hate something and you think else should go along with it, that's not good. That creates the conflict. Now, just look within yourself and see something that you really get, self-righteous about. You stand on your haunches, or you stand on your tippy toes and you go, but it should be like this. It should be like this. Look at that and then see how that is part of the problem. There's no need to spread what you believe to someone else because we all have the two within us. And we can calm our nervous systems to create that peacefulness. I'm not talking about danger. Okay. I'm not including danger. Danger is danger. Car coming at me, there's no two ways about it. My nervous system's going to get contracted and I'm going to jump out of the way. If I think I could stand there because maybe the car doesn't exist, but that's ridiculous, right? That's just, you're going to get hit by the car. Now, if there's some people who can let the car pass through them, good for you. Fantastic. Happy for you. But that's not the general bunch of us. So when something is dangerous, to us, for sure, that's not good. But when something is within us that we have a perceived danger because it's coming close to a belief system, it's coming close to a belief system, that's not actually dangerous. That's not actually dangerous. It feels dangerous. It seems dangerous, but it's not. Our beliefs are not threatened. It's only holding a belief very strongly that feels threatening, but it will not hurt you if somebody pokes at your belief. It will not. It will not. It feels like it does. You can get angry, but it will never harm you. Never. Well, unless it's really I mean, poking at the belief. I don't mean poking at your brain. If somebody's torturing you, but that's a whole other ballgame. I'm talking about the belief itself. If I have a belief, you have the opposing one, it's not going to hurt us. That's it. This is what would be nice to calm down in the nervous system so that we're less conflicted within. And that way, when we deal with things in the world, it's less conflicted, which also means, by the way, your health is better. So let's use a really simple example. So I'm going to mimic probably an amalgamation of people I have seen come to me for the last, I don't know, 30 years. What is it? I don't know. So I do everything for my family. I cook and I clean. I take care of them. I do their laundry. I'm always there for them. But those little, ungrateful little brats never do anything for me. You can see just in witnessing that the paradox, right? You're nice, but now you're thinking other people should be like you. That is called tyranny. That is called manipulation. That is called ridiculous. You want to be nice, make your choices and be nice, but don't ask for other. That's called Greek sparing gifts. You've all heard of Greek sparing gifts? Trojan horse. I'm coming to you with a gift. I'm coming to you with, but inside I've got a whole other ball game going on there. I'm doing this for you because I want you to do something for me. It doesn't mean you wouldn't want that, but you have to make sure it's part of your contract, right? So if your child says, I want a brand new iPad, you might turn around and go, okay, what do I get? Okay, this is all age dependent. I'm being very generic here. Please look it all up. it depends which age group, but I'm just thinking of anybody in my life. Some people recently asked me for tarot readings, and I had planned to give it to them as a gift. And then uh, a bunch of people heard about it, and they all started setting up tarot readings for me to go over. And I went, no, this is my job. Just because I gave it as a gift to someone, I'm not, this is not, I don't want to do it. I'll just sit and go have dinner. I don't feel like going to work for my dinner. And how do I know what you're going to serve is going to be good and worth what I'm doing? This is ridiculous. I'll bring you some wine for dinner. I don't need to do the reading. So that's stating that I want something. But can you imagine if I go and by the by, I will be completely honest, I have done that. I have gone and done things for people, and after a while, I start resenting it. And the reason why I resent it is because I never said out loud, this is my job. You're making me work. I'm a circus act. You're making me jump around and do something for my dinner. I can afford my own dinner. I don't need to go and work. And we know also working and eating is terrible. It's very bad for you. So, that all said, be careful you're not a Trojan horse, right? That is a conflict inside. Usually, I think the biggest excuse has been um, I don't want to ask for something like that. It's rude to ask, it's selfish. I've heard they should know, they should just know, as though we're all made out of the same mold. People don't know. People have their own problems. So if I'm raised by a parent who keeps giving, 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 highly likely I may be a giver, or I may be someone who thinks that the world should give to me. Okay. Now, how would those, we don't know exactly how that would work out because, you could have another parent who doesn't give and one parent who super gives, and who knows how that combination works out in the child. Plus, we also have karma. So let's just bring this awareness. We're not changing anything in you. We're not putting new beliefs. We're highlighting those parts of you that could be contracted, jammed up, um, sticky in the nervous system, and helping it flow. When that flows, then we can flow. The outer world can flow as within, as without. And of course, the cell itself can have a better metabolic function. Now, you might not believe that, that's okay, but I've seen it. I've seen myself heal. Um, I'm going to say a story you probably already know. I had a sinus infection for 2 years, a very severe one where I wore a mask to collect the mucus that would leak out of my nose for 2 years. I finally relented because I thought I was going to heal it with energy, and nobody was healing it. So I went, all right, I'll go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor and he gave me antibiotics. Of course, the doctor explained that I had waited too long and I destroyed my nasal passages and blah, 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 blah. So it didn't work on the first round. Then he gave me a second round. And actually, the minute I started taking the antibiotics on the second round, the nose started getting worse. So I stopped the antibiotics and I sat there and thought about Louise Hay. Louise Hay always talks about sinus drip and, any nasal drip is whiny sadness. And in that moment, I realized I just didn't want to admit I had some whiny sadness going on. And I admitted it. I did some formulas on my nasal passages, and I was lying on my side with a pot, collecting water just leaking from my nose. It stopped in a nanosecond. So Andrew Weil, I thought of Andrew Weil in that moment, like spontaneous healing. Now, spontaneous healing occurs basically all the time. It just might take us years to get to that spontaneous healing, right? So, when people talk about, oh, spontaneous, well, it's happening all the time. You spontaneously heal from a cold. You spontaneously, oh, my cut's gone. Oh, this is done. It's spontaneous. But there's a lot of journey till you get to the spontaneity. So, awareness is a big part. I'm already feeling so much better just doing this session with all of you. Thank you. I see all these faces. I know you can't see them, but I see all these faces, and it just feels so good to have them all here and smiling and moving. And just take a nice deep breath. We're just going to allow the nervous system to unravel, whatever it's realized. So some of you might go, that's old hat. Some of you might go, wow, that was new. For me, even though I know a lot of these things, it always feels new to me because there's always something, some little remnant of my paradoxes that are in conflict that are still plaguing me. And I get to see them more and more clearly. And the clearer they are, the less impact they will have on my nervous system, on my metabolic function, and my daily life. All right. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. And yeah, we'll see you in April. Bye.